round with 2 wins. So we're going to throw it into game number 3 and see how this goes. The laning phase has been good for GamerLegion. They have had a couple of little missteps. I think that death on Ghost in the last game was one of them. But overall, I think they have started these games pretty well off.
Did you fall out of the nest as a baby?
Can they continue to maintain that status?
Let's see. Let's see. We already have had an interesting series behind us, and this game is just going to be a cherry on top for sure. Smoke. That's a lot of branches, by the way. That's like some serious branching.
Fill every slot.
Dude, that's a lot of branches. Like of course, everyone buys them right now. The thing is, you know what? The crazy thing is, the increase in gold for the branches made people buy more branches, which is kind of counterintuitive, but you just forgo the tango slot, right? And you buy branches and then you send out the tangos to yourself after you get to the lane, just to maximize your snaking.
Attempts kill on this now Centaur, but can Centaur stay strong enough to maybe go and turn this around? Blood grenade thrown over. Centaur might drop for the first blood. Fade ends up losing his life. Can they get the Lion in return? Yes, they can. RCY, he gets one. Undying, he's here with decay in 10 seconds, but not enough to get killed or die. And it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, this is the age-old mistake of going for Undying on level 1 with multiple heroes. Getting that double decay twice in a row, 16 strength stolen on the Undying, you're just not killing him. You always feel like you have him, but you never truly do. And they also didn't really have a lot of damage there without the Void Spirit connecting. So, luckily for RCY, he did sort of even it out. He didn't get first blood, but he did get a kill.
Right.
So, 1-0 on both the mid laners. It would be kind of sad if this game got decided by a first blood on Malrine and he just rolls out of control.
By getting the kill back, maybe RCY, he's still in a good spot. And playing very well up to this point. We'll see how the rotations are, because there are some good supports here from GamerLegion to make that move over. Obviously, having access to Bushwhack is going to be one of those things that you can really do damage with, but Lion is a hero that doesn't mind coming over as well.
And maybe it's even easier for the Lion, right? Like when it comes to the rotations. Top lane, out of the two offlaners, I feel like this lane is probably easier for the Doom than it is for the Centaur, just because of the nature of the supports. Wyvern is strong, the Arctic Burn does hurt, but it's no decay Undying, spamming you with -4 strength every 10 seconds.
Speed just coming in with the Arctic Burn. Putting some hurt on, and looking to just make this a little bit easier for Ghost overall.
They're actually managing to pressure top lane. Meanwhile, they're also being pressured on bot. So far, the lanes are looking pretty damn good for Falcons. And it's the early stages of the game, of course, but still.
Mid looking really good for Malrine.
The first blood diff a little bit. And overall, he's playing definitely the more valuable hero of the patch. Like, if you could choose between the Earth Spirit and the Void Spirit, there's just a huge difference between what these two heroes can do right now through the game.
Right. And what are you trying to pair up here? What are you trying to do in Void Spirit's terms to be activated? Who's he trying to join in with and get these kills? Is it with Hoodwink and just go bottom and every time be there, or do you try to advance PL's game at all?
I think you forget about the PL. I think this is a hero that needs no attention early on, unless he's really, really struggling in the lane. He needs to survive. That's his job. Survive and then continue farming the jungle. On Void Spirit, I think it's his job to make Klinks a little bit slower, because Klinks is the opposite of PL. Klinks does not AFK farm. Very rarely he does, but most of the time he's just hunting and making plays with the teammates. So Void Spirit slowing that one down would be a pretty good course of action for him.
Looking like it's not all Malrine at the moment, but he is up a good amount of CS. RCY. Let's see if anybody comes over on the 4-minute water runes. Looks like Lion maybe pinching his way down. No, he's not going to come that way. He's actually just going all the way out and around. None of these supports are going to be making the move over. Maybe the 6-minute rune is where we see the supports start to shave off and go to help out their mids. And for right now, Fade, he's doing his thing and just doing Centaur things where you get that Helm of the Iron Will, go into the Helm of the Dominator, tend to be that hard after, usually the case. And try to just pressure in and then you can be alone.
The good old gameplay of being AFK with the Dominator. Once again for the Centaur, he's got a couple of rings of protection, by the way, into the thing, so he has some mana, armor to work with.
Tombstone committed. Bushwhack gets a connection on a skitter.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Do you remember the mana ring, by the way? Not the soul ring, the mana ring from ages ago. I just said ring of protection giving mana, and it kind of reminded me of the age-old item.
Jump in onto Ghost with that Earth Spike. They've got the Cold Embrace. Which ring are you talking about specifically?
There was like before Arcane Boots, I think we had a ring that gave you mana. A long time ago. I think that's Dota 1 even. I don't think it was ported to Dota 2 ever. Old times. Some of these dude, some of these players were, I think, babies when that was the thing.
They were just even,
born.
Been born, yeah. Getting word here, Arcane Ring.
Yep, Arcane Ring, exactly.
A
now I remember.
At some point.
No, but yeah. It was a neutral for a bit. Top lane, Amar.
Getting chased, but do they even have the damage to really go in? They're continuing to just use the chain light and put the damage onto Ghost.
The damage, they don't. Like, he actually turns call an ambulance, but not for him.
And just spamming chain lightning.
Oh. He found a really good creep.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Snaking might be in some trouble. Bignum's got an amplified damage to work with and has Bushwhack, but won't even need it. Just throws an acorn shot his way, gets the kill. And that will be Undying Death.
One pretty annoying here. Oh, and he's deeping top as well with the DD. This could be a difference maker for the whole laning stage.
If they can get there, he doesn't have a lot of mana on him. Bushwhack missed. I don't think it's going to matter, though. It shouldn't.
Yep.
And they'll get this kill onto Amar.
It matters, by the way. The morale win is not there for Hoodwink, you know, just confidence in your Bushwhacks.
This is at the 7-minute mark, too. But crit already here with Snake King. Bignum is just trying to sneak into a position in which,
not gonna happen.
You showed, you may want to just go. It might just leave.
Yeah, not gonna happen. On his own, there is absolutely no chance. The reason why he was doing that was just in case they try to contest Centaur on the other side, then maybe you can go in. But they didn't. They just ported the Undying top lane as well. It seems like they want to pressure the PL.
You can try. Earth Spike comes through. We'll hit the Hex. The Ghost, not too worse for wear.
One of the biggest strengths of the Wyvern, by the way, is, of course, not only the Arctic Worm, but the sustain that you're bringing to the lane with... By the way, Cold Embrace costs 15 mana. Just saying. This is a bit dumb. Like, level 1 spell heals you almost completely 50 mana. That's one thing that you notice when you're playing this Wyvern. Like, whenever you're playing this hero, you're never lacking mana in the lane. Like, absolutely ever. Mid lane Lion.
No, even level 4, it's 80 mana. Mid lane they'll go. They'll try to get a kill on RCY. Magnetized on him. Geomagnetic Grip. They've got the silence, but the Winter Wyvern has come in. Astral Step. Crit's in trouble. RCY. He'll end up dead.
No mana.
Oh, he didn't have the mana at that moment.
Oh.
I've never seen something come into play like this immediately.
Oh, dude. Well, it's not his lane. He TP'd to a different lane, so we're technically we're still kind of right, but he TP's, and because of the TP costing so much, like he didn't have the TP costs more than his spell, by the way. 50%
I can't
more.
believe that happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Cold Embrace actually saves him. Probably it does. But Magnetize still damages through quite a bit, and it's all magical, so kind of hard to survive on Cold Embrace alone. Unfortunate, of course, from speed.
And not great.
And now speed.
X, Earth Spike. Bushwhack, though, it connects. Speed's able to back away. Infernal Blade stops him for a moment. Now they've got the damage onto Amar, who is in a little bit too far. Can they get the kill, though? Can they commit onto him? Ooh, good move by Ghost. Is it enough? No, Earth Spike connects.
Lynx is here, and so is Earth Spirit. They're rotating top.
They have Hex in a second, Earth Spike in 3. Tombstone is committed. They're right on top of Ghost. Bignum's going to try and help out, but Earth Spike gets the kill. Malorine's also here if need be, and they will finally get the kill onto the Phantom Lancer.
You know, there's like a little thing here from Speed as well that happened. He had Arctic Burn still flying, like he could still hit Doom a couple of times to secure the kill.
Meanwhile, RCY, he is going to turn this on Crit. Magnetize doing some decent damage, backing away, reapplied, blocking the roll that might have hit on RCY. Boulder Smash reactivates the Magnetize, fades dead, by the way. That was Doom, in fact, used to get that kill onto the Centaur, and these heroes end up quite low on the side of GamerLegion mid, but don't end up dropping.
A much cleaner laning stage from Falcons, left, right, and center. They've been doing a lot better. Magnetize, of course, showing why everyone is picking Earth Spirit once again, even though they do survive. On the mid lane, they were all 1% HP. So, unfortunate for Malrine, but I think he's happy, forcing everyone away, just free farming mid lane. It's a pretty good game from him. He's top of the net worth, and the other two cores are following really closely as well. 5k net worth on 2 and 4.6 on the Doom. Going for that Radiance first on the Doom. I just love to see this, by the way. Like, for me, Doom is one of those heroes where, like, you really wanted to play the tempo, but at this point, I feel like in this current meta, it's just so much nicer to have Radiance and scaling options for yourself, you know? Like some Radiance shard, and you just become a beast eventually from all the net worth advantage that you get through the game.
What's the timer here for Phantom Lancer to really be active or be a presence?
So Ag's Manta is basically the first set of items that you're going for, and that activates you, right? Like after you have those two items, you can start joining fights and making plays. Before those two items are up, you're just not trying to fight at all. You're literally PvE. You're playing some Path of Exile or whatever.
So what's the game plan to get him to that point? Because it's going to take some time. RCY not having the best game at all. He's bottom of the cores in net worth. Obviously, Centaur, he's got the helm of the Dominator. We'll see if he's going straight into that heart. And they'll have the ability to jump with the Astral Step, but they've got to put it together to open up a little bit more space for Phantom Lancer. Right now, Falcons, they've been diving in a little bit deep on this map where they're able to go and get Ghost, right?
I was going to answer the question.
Ooh, roll, Geomagnetic Grip.
Top.
And a Boulder Smash. They don't commit just yet to go after him. Magnetize finally coming down, and now they've caught Malorine. Her spike onto the illusions, but there's the Stampede commitment, and they will counterplay this and get themselves a kill.
Yeah,
Not bad at all from GamerLegion. Yeah,
exactly. This is already good enough, and the tip again from Speed. No need to pursue anyone further with Stampede. They're actually moving through the Twin Gate. Cool play. Leave the PL top. Go and try and kill the Klings. By the way, you asked about the Centaur build. Lotus is an absolute necessity this game. So this is like the secondary, the beeline build for the Centaur after the Dominator, you go for a Lotus. It helps quite a lot. And like, look at the value from it this game. Like, versus every hero in the game, it does something. Like, it's really good versus Clinks. It's amazing versus Doom. It's really good versus Lion and Earth Spirit. Like, it's just a massive pickup that will absolutely activate the Centaur, by the way. Until then, farming is probably the best course of action.
You're gonna make a jump on a Snake King.
He's so tanky,
Gets
though.
caught, but he gets some help from Alrine, and yeah, like you said, he is very tanky.
They have Doom top. Ghost. Oh no, this looks rough.
Oh, Hex doomed and probably dead. Finger of Death used. He's not going to survive this, and it's another one of those kills that comes from Amar in the form of Doom being used.
Yeah, just a beautiful play from both the Doom and the Lion. Perfect positioning. Reading him like a book, by the way, knowing exactly where he will be farming. That setup looked pretty damn easy.
Not bad at all.
Magnetized, by the way, for the Ancient stack.
Yeah, we saw him do this last game.
Straight up to farm up.
And he just used it, farmed up, and he's still sitting here. Second in the net worth, right behind this Doom. Amazing
By the way,
spot to be in.
Doom was the lowest net worth core on the Radiant side. Now he has taken both of them over. Of course, courtesy of Devour being level 3 and a couple of kills that he has gotten to his name since then.
Yeah, not too much of a shock.
Bot lane.
Quietly, Clinks has this Desolator.
No Lotus yet, keep that in mind. So Fade, ooh, that's a very good defensive Stampede. Like reading that a fight was afoot.
Uses all 4 hooves to get out of there. Shard soon for Void Spirit. Manta Style is about to be finished for the Phantom Lancer.
Did he... Okay, so the Void Spirit is not buying Vessel? He's just rushing Shard? Even though he has Diadem in his inventory. Or did his Courier die or something? That's not the case, right? Yeah, his Courier is fine.
No?
So he's not completing the Vessel, basically. Very interesting. I mean, with this Shard he will be able to farm a bit more. But his damage output in teamfights will be definitely not as high.
Getting that swipe on that Arcane Rune. Out inside the bottle for Falcons.
See, I wonder, because he's not buying the Vessel right now, I wonder if this Void Spirit was just going to Manta after as well, for another additional Dispel.
Right. Not the worst idea in the world, right?
Yeah, dude, this rotation on speed, the way they encircled him, it looked like lions around the gazelle, and then something just spooked them. They moved out. But that was definitely a kill if they committed on the Wyvern.
Through all this so far, Phantom Lancer's done a good job of keeping up in the net worth, surpassing Malrine, and honestly only 400 gold away from the Doom.
Big num.
All is quite good, but bottom lane, they're going to get the catch onto the Hoodwink, bringing in the numbers. By numbers, I mean the pair.
Yeah, the pair was strong enough, of course. With Lion Finger, it's more than enough. So far, by the way, 17 minutes in, not a single tower has fallen on the Dire side. And whenever you're playing PL, that's life's good, man, kind of situation, you know? Even though he's not top net worth, like, there's just so much space for him to farm. And honestly, like, taking this tier 1 top is not necessarily only about the carries space, it's about your offlaner space. Doom has way less to work with when the tier 1 tower is still standing. But, you know, he's keeping up as Radiance. Almost completed in 100 gold.
Start to advance his net worth once he gets that Radiance, and now the tier 1 is looking like it's going to drop. I don't think they're going to be fighting this. They are towards bottom. Bignum going to walk into crit again, as well as this Clinks. couple steps from where he last died, he'll just die again.
Yep, more or less the same position, really. They just are willing not to take any fights. And basically what tells me that is the Void Spirit's build. Just going for the shard, not completing the vessel. To me, at least, it tells a very big story. Like, it's a clear story where they're saying, yeah, we're chilling. We want to farm.
Right.
If you wanted to fight, you definitely buy the vessel and Void Spirit. But like this, I don't even think if they wanted to, I don't think they have the damage to kill anyone. Maybe a lion, if you find them, or a Clinks is the best case scenario, but you're just not finding these targets very easily.
It's very quiet in this game. There were a lot of kills in the last one.
It's always like that, right? Like, if someone itemizes this way, it's a telltale sign of their take on the game.
Right.
Like, you can see one item and pretty much know what's going on. They will smoke, though, on Hoodwink and Void Spirit. This is a smoke where you basically want to plant some wards. Void Spirit, by the way, RCY also has an obs. So more than anything else, you just want to get vision on the map. If you connect on a kill, great. If you don't, he does have a vessel now on Void Spirit, by the way, so maybe a kill is possible.
Not ending up going into that second Manta for the team. But almost on this Ags' Ghost, and like you said, there might be an opportunity for him to start to get involved once he's got this Ags, and he hasn't been, other than getting doomed, the struggle to get this Ags hasn't quite been there.
Yeah, I just
they
wonder,
smoke up his Falcons, and they're going to try and make a move. Who can they find? These heroes aren't exactly the easiest to catch, but they do have the lockdown possibilities with the Hex as well as the Earth Spike to make sure that they can clamp down on some of these heroes.
Especially around the rune, right? Because you know that a mid laner will be baited into the rune play.
Gets away for the moment, but there's the silence in the boulder smash, but he's made too much distance between him and this lion.
PL though, top lane. It's a good speed positioning, by the way, canceling out the Doom aggression.
Ooh, now they found him. Actually, they stayed, and RCY, he ends up dead. Magnetic Grip comes through in a victim. They'll throw out the Doom, and this is a problem. Doom onto the Winter Wyvern. Trying to get a kill onto the Lion, but Ghost there's not much he can do. Speed, he'll end up dead. 2 heroes gone. TP out for the Phantom Lancer. He escapes, but man, I thought that they were clear of this gank and instead kind of come back towards it and end up losing their life.
I pretty much guess that the reason why they came back in was the PL being gone on, right? Like, the moment you see that Doom running at your PL, you're kind of inclined to make a move to go and help him, because this game is all on Ghost. It's all on Ghost. Like, it's a little bit unfortunate that it's that way, but I feel like you have to commit everything in this one basket, all the eggs in the PL basket, basically. Void Spirit just isn't a hero any longer that scales as well as he used to. Centaur from the offlane with this Lotus build scales, of course, once he gets the heart as well, but it's not like RCY Centaur from the last game that has full advantage, free lane, a lot of experience as well. Is able to basically rush a heart. It's a bit different this time around.
And a monster will get to that Aghanim Scepter.
300 Gs, not too far away. The one thing that it doesn't necessarily bother me. I'm not sure if GamerLegion have a really good read on the power spike of PL versus everyone else on the other side. Because when I look at Falcons, yeah, sure, PL is top 3 net worth, but these other cores on Falcons are up there as well, right? And they're having a really good time. If I was in Falcons, I'd be pretty happy with the state of the game right now. Tormentor now taken for them as well. Unlucky Lion. Yeah. Unlucky Lion. Yeah. Even though it's messed up, of course, Lion not getting it, but it's not that bad, right? Getting the shard on Earth Spirit. It's a pretty decent shard to get for free on him. Like, decreases the cooldown, and he actually now has a very good save.
They found themselves doomed. I mean, to get this kill to Amari, forces out the BKB. The Lotus Orb is what's keeping Fate alive for the moment. And TP attempt. It's out. Speed may not be so fortunate. Rolls short and actually gets stuck in the pit. They are still going to continue to look his way. And eventually they'll have that silence and get that kill anyway.
Yeah, the double damage helping out, of course. Doom couldn't be used. Doesn't cancel, of course, TPs anymore. Gotta get that Infernal Blade going in to stop it. But overall, if you're GamerLegion, you're all in on the late game. So this is another play where, sure, you don't get a kill on the Doom, but you force out a BKB charge and you don't lose anyone big. It's just a Wyvern position 5 that died. Lowest net worth hero on the map.
Aether Remnant connects. They got the Bushwhack follow-up. The damage is there. And there's the power of the Phantom Lancer for a second with the help of his team. But you look at where the net worth is at. It was so close, and now it's a 9K lead for Falcons. Like, this is just kind of taken off with the Tormentor and everything that's gone with it.
I love how you pivoted from them killing Malrine into, oh, damn, Falcons are actually doing really well with the net worth. But yeah, they are 8K lead. They've taken over the map. Almost Aghanim's, by the way, on Clinks. PL, Ghost.
Oh boy, caught and killed. Winter's Curse just not in time. It will get a kill on a crit. Maybe they can get a kill here onto the Clinks. Bushwhack connects, and they've got the help from the Centaur, so they do get this Clinks, at least for the first life. Speed loses his life for it. It's a double kill, at least for now, from the Clinks. They've got the Doom on RCY. He's getting chased down and eventually dies. Falcons not giving much breathing room to GamerLegion anymore.
Yeah, if speed was there, maybe a millisecond earlier, if he has this Blink Dagger of that he's trying to buy, if he's just a tiny little bit richer, that's a probably dead lion, and PL manages to just escape because he has the Manta and the Doppelganger to work with. But this way, it was actually a very cheap kill for them, right? All they had to do is combine the Hex and the Clinks, and more or less it was enough damage to take him out. He's buying into an Orchid, by the way. I like this. I think this is also an item that is a telltale sign of how Phantom Lancer feels about the game. He just wants to join the fights immediately after the Orchid is picked up. Wants to have some value for his team. Sometimes when PLs feel that the game is free for a PL, what they do is they just straight up Manta, Aghanims, and then they continue farming into like, I don't know, a Heart or a Butterfly, whatever they feel is good for the game. But if you're buying an Orchid, you're basically preparing yourself for battle.
That's going to be hard fought. Down by this much already, but again, I've talked about this already a couple times. The way that this TI has provided already, games are long and leads aren't safe. And they're going to look over and find themselves the kill onto Bignum again. Ghost just not going to be there to help out at the moment. As like you said, he wants that Orchid, so they're just kind of letting this Hoodwink die, and they've got this Ags on the Clinks more and more to just shut down GamerLegion.
Yeah, but if you by the way check out Amar, he basically has enough gold for the Aghanim Scepter. He didn't decide to buy it, however. Is that a Shiva's on him? I believe so. Okay, so Shiva's first, and then he'll go into the Ags. It might be a bit too early for Aghanims, right? Like it's usually this fourth item that you go for. Orchid also flying out to the PL.
Would love to have the Bloodthorn in full, though.
What he would like to have is an Orchid 2 minutes ago, when they didn't have all the BKBs and all these Ghost Scepters and ways of dealing with it.
Don't quite catch the Void Spirit. Makes the escape. Not bad at all. Just anything you can do to buy time for Ghost, but you've been really liking PL. You've been calling for this hero so much.
Yep.
Can this hero 1v9?
It can. I think PL can still 1v9, but the problem is the state of this game and the amount of farm that the cores have on the other side, and also just the fact that these cores are not that weak into the PL. even a Clinks with Rocket Barrage, with Strafe, like he can dish out some serious damage. And then on top of that, you've got a lot of AoE. Big Num, Stampede to save his life.
To potentially save his life. Look at where Amar is right now. This is like so far in. Like, that's insane that he's able to just run into your base by your fountain. And he is not getting punished at all. That is insane.
He didn't use the BKB, but he did waste a full duration Scorched Earth, which usually gives you the opportunity to kill him, but you know, through the BKB, they don't really have a lot of damage. That's one thing that needs to be said. This PL with an Orchid build, like, he deals a lot of damage, but if the BKB is used, he doesn't really feel that strong.
Just don't know if that should have gone unpunished the way it did.
Probably not. There was a second away from Bushwhack, by the way. Probably they thought if the Bushwhack connects, they punish him. If it doesn't, they don't have the speed to catch him. Not the player, but overall, they couldn't TP and get there.
Oh boy. Ghost. Avoiding this Winter's Curse? Okay, it got them an initial kill. That kills the Lion, but they just want Ghost. That's all they really want, and Ghost is just not going to make it out. He's been doomed. They get the kill on his speed. They'll lose the Phantom Lancer again.
Yeah, cool guys don't look at explosions kind of a deal. They just left him there to die. Yeah, I mean, Magnetize plus Doom. You're not surviving. There is no way in hell.
No.
Yeah. Committing into the Bloodthorn, by the way, on the PL, I feel like he's going to be lacking some serious sustain for himself in the fights. Sure, you can eliminate the targets very easily, and it is a good PL item, but overall, like, you don't have too much HP to work with. The stats are not really there, and I mean, if he's caught, he's caught. He dies anyway, so I guess this is the right idea.
He dies. Stampede again, trying to leave. Fade, though, overwhelming damage on him, and they will get that kill. Take him out, gone for 50 seconds, and GamerLegion, games 1 and game 2 look so good for them, but unfortunately this game 3 has just fizzled hard in all aspects.
Yeah, this is way more up to basically the scenario that I expected from Falcons versus GamerLegion. Falcons are just outplaying them and out-farming them. They're choking out the map slowly, just playing the good old Falcon style, basically, of Dota, where Skitter is the one that's kind of playmaking and searching for kills, and the other two cores are just taking a lot of space on the map. This is Shiva's BKB, Sanj and Kaya Earth Spirit coming up minute 30. By the way, that's a very big Earth Spirit, 20k net worth. Same goes for the Doom. Aghanims, by the way, very close. He's got 2.7k gold.
Legion gonna try their hardest to just bring this all back. Ghost finally has the Bloodthorn. Will the damage be there to get a kill on some of these heroes to maybe fight this Roche? Try to drag their way back into the game, but they've got Amar, they've got Snake King just sitting here on the high ground, which forces GamerLegion to kind of take this long, wide road all the way over to Roche. This is without Stampede. On cooldown for 6 seconds. Smoke's gonna break. Blinking comes in from Amar. He's hit with a Bloodthorn, but the Doom is used. It ends up getting reflected. Magnetized, geomagnetic grip. It's not gonna matter. Reflected or not, it's still on him. Ghost ends up dead. They'll take out Fade. Big Gnome speed, all drop, and this should be a full team wipe if they can catch RCY with the BKB. They're trying to search for him. BKB will run out. Malrian's looking to get this full wipe, and eventually finds him. Geomagnetic grip with the boulder smash. Got mana to work with, but RCY now an astral step to get some distance. There's the roll. It's off the mark, but it doesn't matter. The Shiva's hits and they get the kill, and that's a full wipe away of Falcons. They'll just pressure up onto the high ground. They don't even need the Aegis.
He had the Simulate.
Falling apart.
He could have used the Simulate and maybe juked it a little while longer, but you cannot, because your base is falling. Like, you need to go back and defend anyway. A perfect fight from Falcons. Sure, Doom gets reflected, like you said, but he found the right PL. He found the right PL with the Doom, and that's what matters. Like, he used it on the right one. Maybe they could have used the Lotus on an illusion or something to juke the Doom a little bit, but Amar, the unjukable, he gets the right PL. And the fight is over. Like you basically put everything into the PL. Like, their whole team play, their whole game plan so far was to make this PL an unkillable beast. But look at this. Like, there's so many illusions. He still finds the right one. He gets him there. A Lotus being applied to the right one, of course, helps out a bit, but yeah.
Definitely does, and then the fight just falls apart. Like you said, once he gets doomed, it's over.
It's over. It's over. Like, if this PL gets doomed, the thing about PL is it's not really the easiest target to doom, so we should be able to maybe play around that, juke them a bit, use the Winter's Curse on the right targets, but if he keeps on being found this way, the game is unplayable.
$25,000 net worth lead. Aegis in the hands of the Clinks. Much standing in the way of a 2-1 victory and a lock-in on the elimination stage for Falcons.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They're trying to bear down and make sure that they can fly off into the elimination stage.
PL Ghost is just done on again.
They found Ghost. He's got no buyback. 74 seconds. He's dead. With an Aegis in tow for Falcons, it just does not look like there is any gas left here for GamerLegion. Falcons kind of playing with their food, swooping down, grabbing into their talons, throwing it up into the air, but yet to eat it.
Yep.
And finally, Crick gets his shard.
Finally. This feels pretty damn over. Unless we see some absolutely insane curses by Speed. Even with the curse from him, I just don't see the way that they come back into this one. The PL is just way too weak. This is the downside of having a PL. He AFKs a lot, and then it can feel like you've basically protected a hero that doesn't do a whole lot when he's online anyway.
Ignum dead again.
Just one swipe of the
RCY
blade.
was searching to maybe try and get a kill here on Amar, but he still has that BKB. The bottom set of racks are going to be demolished pretty quickly. The whole construction crew down here for Skitter.
The 13th Legion right there, the archers.
Speed. Oh, blinks
It
in
happens.
just to get hit with the geomagnetic grip, and it's beyond godlike. 11-0-4 for this Clinks.
The tip. Yeah. Deserved tip, gotta say.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a BM, but he's been tipping quite a bit as well, so. Yeah, just a good old Bloodstone on the Earth Spirit for some extra region here. Would be nice if they had Krella on the other side, but of course they're way too poor. No one has the gold for it.
Level 25, he magnetizes himself, runs in, magnetizes the rest, rolls into the fountain for a second. And they're all going to commit on him, but they're all losing their life.
What torn though?
Magnetize just doing so much damage. Amar is in deep. Maybe in a little bit too deep, but I don't know if he cares all that much. They've got the Undying for the save for a second. Ghost is low. RCY is trying to get a kill here. BKB gets popped. They will get the kill on a Bignum. They'll take the Hoodwink. Down goes RCY. He's got buyback. Bloodthorn's going to be through onto Amar. And now they go to the Winter's Curse. They get the damage on a crit. They get the kill onto the Lion. He's got buyback. Soul Rip heals up Amar for a second. But it is Mega Creeps. GamerLegion just don't have the tools necessary in their belt to do much of anything to stop this from happening.
A buyback on the Void Spirit.
He's in.
Boom.
Onto Amar. Astral Step. And Splinter Blast. Eventually they get the kill there. They don't want to commit in with these heroes dead.
They see Clinks.
And they've got the vision. No.
No dusts.
No
They
dice, no
had-
dust.
Yeah, they had no dusts. If you have a dust, this is a dead Clinks, but unlucky. They had some good cliff wars there, and the sentries were there to scout him, but without the dust, you cannot continue the chase. By the way, you could see in that fight just how much work the Bloodthorn was doing. Maureen actually fell quite quickly to it, even though everyone else fell on the other side. Just considering how rich this Earth Spirit is, Yeah, the Bloodthorn dealt some insane damage to him. It's a really good item on PL. It's just that besides the Bloodthorn, he didn't really have a lot to work with. He's not tanky enough. He got doomed too many times and just fell off completely.
He's just going to expire soon. This does feel as though they've extended the inevitable, but anything can happen before the fountain.
Did you see Snake King's inventory recently, by the way? Were you checking it?
I've not. I've not been looking at him and his heart
as well.
And his gem. And his Lotus.
I saw that he was unkillable in that fight. I saw that he was absolutely ginormous. I didn't see that he actually has a heart. So, why not? Kind of a build.
There's the Aghanim Scepter for Void Spirit. Albeit maybe a little bit too late, and kind of the same can be said here about Ghost and his potential Eye of Scotty. Just does not feel like it's going to be there in time. Now, he is 1,500 gold away from getting it. If you really needed to, could sell the Wraith Band. But there's Megas. It's so hard to hold the base. Falcons could wait it out if they really wanted to wait for another Roche, another Aegis.
Or just the next set of items. I believe Aghanim will be purchased by Red Spirit in a couple of seconds. Like he needs 500-600 gold. You get the Yags on him, and then you're kind of free to go in with anyone else because Earth Spirit can save you, right? You'll have that Enchant Remnant from the Earth Spirit.
He's already been doing a lot of work. And he's not afraid to go in. He just activates Magnetize on himself, jumps in, and then we saw how much damage it was doing.
Jude went into the fountain. I'm pretty sure he's not afraid to do pretty much anything in this game. He's gonna have that Axe flying out right now. So we have Axe, Bloodstone as well to work with, and an Arcane Rune, by the way, for him to be bottled.
Fancy.
Amplify. Yeah, they're going in for sure. Like you have Amp Damage Rune
no
and Arcane
now.
Rune. Yeah, there is no reason to wait.
I'm on Eye of Scotty watch. And he's still 300, 600 gold away. Courier ends up dead, so even if he wants it, he's going to have to find his way to a secret shop.
Could sell the Raid Band, by the way, to go for it.
Still has to get to the secret shop, though, to get this ulti orb. Magnetize activated on himself. Goes in on the Fade. Lotus, he activates it, but Fade's still going to just die to the right-click damage anyway. 70 seconds, no buyback. These archers work on one of the tier 4s. They'll go to the other tier 4 and into the fountain one more time, just dipping his toes, throwing in a coin for his Witcher. They've got the Bloodthorn. It's on a Malrine, but the jump forward from Amar. They get the silence. That's with the Aghanim Scepter coming in from the Void Spirit, but the throne is just going to explode. There's nothing they can do. Falcons, they get the 2-1 victory over GamerLegion.
Yeah, they just couldn't find the right angles in this last game to really have impact on their 3 cores.